Hi everyone, happy Friday. What a move on the market today. I mean, 600 points on the NASDAQ, over 100 points on the ES. Something we don't see every day, but the reason I wanted to make today's video is to focus on backtesting strategies. And the reason I feel it's important is I know there is some of y'all who are able to catch that move. There is a lot of y'all who really weren't able to catch it. But even for the ones who really caught the move, to be able to repeat this process, you need to have a system in place. And for you to know what really worked for you, or even say, example, you had a red trade, to know what went against you so that you do not repeat those mistakes. And being able to backtest strategies is, I feel, as a trader, is a privilege. So my favorite, obviously, I use interactive brokers, and they have a feature where they do let us paper trade. So if you have an interactive brokers account, you're able to paper trade. And for me personally, I use that tool to backtest a lot of my strategies, or even understand trades that I want to do. And in today's video, I'll really be sharing how I look at it, or what I do. Interactive brokers is the best broker, I feel, in the game. And using them and using all the features that they allow us to use even in the paper trading section is really amazing. So let's dive deep into this video. Again, thank you for tuning in, and I hope at the end of this video you're able to really use all the tools in interactive brokers, and see how things really shape for you in the future. And with every single learning, you're able to convert that into a green trade and become a successful trader. So let's dive deep into it. All right. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be using interactive brokers for today's video. So let me talk a little bit about interactive brokers for our viewers who are not familiar with them. Interactive Brokers was founded in 1978 and is a pioneer in the trading industry. They are a publicly limited company listed on the NASDAQ, and the best feature that I feel that they have is the proprietary platforms that they offer to traders of all, regardless of which stage of your trading career you're in. I have listed a link down below where you can click and find out more information on their website. For our video today, we are going to be using their flagship platform, TWS, which is for traders who are at the advanced level. And what a few of the advantages of this platform is the rapid orders, the entry tickets, and the customizable layouts, which I feel is amazing when you are a trader who has figured out really what they're looking for and how they want to customize and use this platform. They also have a desktop version which is for beginners and intermediate traders. And this tool is really amazing because it really offers you multiple ranges of services. And the best thing of that is, as a beginner, you do not really feel that intimate feeling when you log into a brokerage, where you can just see and it feels like it's just something that's specially made for you and you can really connect with it. They also have a client portal. If you This is more for traders who are using an external chatting platform, for example, TradingView or something else, where that's where you're doing a lot of your charts, or you're watching all your charts, but you want to trade, input your trade with a broker. And finally, for those who are of y'all who are always on the go, they also have a really advanced mobile app where You could track your trades once you're in them, place multiple trades. And one of the best things is Interactive Brokers is regulated with multiple authorities worldwide. And they, like I mentioned, they are a pioneer in the industry, established since 1978. That to me calls out that, they are here to stay, and they are here for the consumer. A broker who really understands the consumer, the clients, or like we say, the traders, is a broker you really want to use when you're trading, because it's always those small split second decisions which really makes a difference. And having a broker who's always has tools ready at your disposable side for you to perform as a better trader, with knowing your risk management, your levels. A lot of the knowledge that you gain is very important. It's also very important to know that, with Interactive Brokers, what my experience has been, as they have an amazing customer service um, aspect of it, where if you have any issues, you can always reach out to them, and they are very quick to respond and analyze any issues you might have. So please feel free to click on the link below. I put it in the description, and it will take you to the platform where you can find out more about it. Also, something that I wanted to mention, which I really like, is the transparency in terms of the pricing. Like I mentioned, with Interactive Brokers, there are multiple ways you can trade. You can just do stocks, you can do options, you can do futures, commodities, based on the approval of your individual account. Again, every individual, it's going to vary based on the information you fill out, so when you open your app and all the approvals that you have. But just knowing that all the pricing is available for you to view is something that I really like from the transparency aspect of it. So please do check them out. Again, the link for that is in the description below. And now let me log into our desktop app for TWS, and let's get into the backtesting of. So for today's video, like I mentioned, I'm going to be using their TWS flagship platform. It's a workstation which is compatible to multiple machines. I'm using a MacBook Air. Once you open up the account, um, you should be able to come on to their trading section and click on platforms, which will again give you all the options that we discussed earlier. And I'm going to be using the TWS platform, so if you download that, you would see it as same as this video. So let's close this one. Once you download the TWS app and you follow all the instructions, you would get an icon on your login screen. Once you double tap that, you should be able to see the login details. For today's video, like I mentioned, I'm going to be using their paper trading section. There's also a live one. So we're just going to log in into the paper trading. It's going to take a few seconds and it checks your credentials, and we're right into it. So what it's going to do at the beginning is it's going to simply really show you any open positioning you have. So what it's simply for, if you look at my portfolio over here in the paper trading platform, is I was looking to buy Tesla, do a dip buy earlier in the year, dollar cost averaging, and based on that, I wanted to hold it on the long term. But because Tesla was so volatile, I wanted to really start collecting shares so you can sell covered options on it. And the reason I feel that's a strategy that really works for me it starts giving us a passive income where you get weekly income. You're not really dependent on the large gains, but something that you can look forward to. So started buying this portfolio currently has 3450 shares with an unrealized gains of close to 700,000 this year. Um, my average is close to 215. And as you open up more positions or as you add in more, you're going to be able to see it over here. They also have multiple, options over here, like the screeners. You can change the layout. You can add your watch list. The one I have here is pretty simple because I want to really focus on the equities and the shares that I really want to be collecting on the long term. And this really gives me that confidence of, oh, you know what? If I would have dollar cost average at that point, would have what it would have been. It's also you can also do that not just with buying equities, but also with options. I want to make sure to keep today's video pretty simple because I do believe we might have a lot of viewers who might be beginners, first-time users of the platform. So what I really want to do is just share a simple strategy with them. Again, we're going to be using Tesla as equity because there is a gap that I see on Tesla, which is something where you can really use that with the levels that Tesla has been showing to us. So let me go on to the 15 minutes first. Once you see Tesla definitely seems to be holding this level. So when I look back, I wanted to go on the daily chart, and then I realized that it's a pretty decent level for Tesla. So if you see, it is also the lows from October 3rd. And if we do see a drop below, I would say 414 to 411, this would be considered a gap. So gap up that happened on September 12th, going into the 15th. So I feel I would be looking to buy Tesla shares at this entry. So to keep it simple, I would do it close to 411, which is the bottom of the first week. So I would say Tesla buy 411.33. Based on your previous order history, it would input the details. I normally buy 100 shares. Like I mentioned, I do that as I always look at it as I'm buying these 100 so that I can sell covered options on those. I always do a limit order. As a trader, you have an option to do a market or even there is advanced levels to this where you can check out all the details. It will tell you the estimated price based on your limit order you would submit by. This is something that I really like about interactive brokers, and something that I have mentioned in the past is about their transparency. So they give you all the details of how that trade being executed is going to affect your overall portfolio. When you do the same, this is also a feature that comes in the live trading platform, so that in case you have any open positions that you might need to adjust or move around, you can always see that based on the equity and even the margin aspect of it. So you're going to click on transmit. It's going to say pending, and this one was submitted immediately. So you see how quick and amazing the app is. It's going to obviously, because our limit order is below the current price, it's going to be not filled right now unless it hits that trigger. But just knowing I have an order over there, I'm going to keep my eyes on it. If it does go below that, I believe we would be looking at a gap fill. But as this is something that's a long-term buy for me with my averages in the portfolio, it would be an addition to what I have. Today's dip in the market is definitely interesting, but it's something that I feel if you're looking to buy into, again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. The video today is for entertainment purposes only. And you would be able to get into it at the prices today. At least that's the way I look at it. Let me also go ahead and share with you all the options, because I know that's where backtesting always really helps us as traders as well. So you could click on option chain. Obviously, these are zero DTEs. Something I never recommend for people to buy. So we would say next week's. I know my stop loss is 411. So just for the purposes of this video, let me go ahead and buy a 420. We are currently sitting at 418. I would buy one contract. So let me put in one contract over here. Currently the asking price is 1140. Um, so for this purpose, let me do a market order so I can show you all what it is. So I'm going to do a market order. Let's see what we get filled at. It's again, I'm buying a call option for 420, and it's going to be because we currently see that the market has sold off a lot, and we do anticipate that the market's going to be at least doing a little bit of recovery, and Tesla is going to be doing the same. So submit buy order. So it's definitely the disclaimers are going to be here, which I really like for as a beginner trader. When I started using interactive brokers, I used to get irritated with these, but these are actually in place to help the trader really know the risk and understand the risk that they're getting into. We are obviously we have done it a while, so we know the risk. We're going to transmit, it's going to pin, and it got filled. The quickness of this is what really helps a trader. It's gonna give you so we're gonna come back to our portfolio, and we should be able to see it over here. So we currently we got filled, and it's a trade that I'm gonna be keeping on. I'm gonna keep open. I also have the end of the year December 200s, which I bought. It's a call 200 call, which I bought, and those are currently sitting up $176 $1,000. Very easy to backtest. In terms of when I bought those, my idea behind that was pretty simple. Of I was willing to buy Tesla at 220. So I wanted to get the gains, but because it's always easier with equities to average in. With options, you're sitting in a lot of drawdown. So that is something that I was able to do, and that really helped me strategize what I wanted to do with Tesla. As you see, we see live movement on this. So I'm gonna leave this open for you all. I'm gonna make a video on this next week to show you all what happened. But simple things as, just seeing what would have happened. You might miss out on a trade, you might miss out on a trade that you can definitely felt that 100% conviction. But what I would say as a trader who has seen both sides of the market and the swing is you rather test your strategy and know it's working and miss out on one trade to maybe eventually be like, you know what, we can do more, compared to try and get in with your own funds and then lose a lot of money and lose the opportunity to come back and do that again. So again, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I definitely feel today is a big learning for a lot of us as traders. I hope you really liked the mix that I tried doing in terms of talking about interactive brokers, and also how on a bare basic level how I do Tesla and what I would look into, how I would use the tools available on that. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please make sure to analyze your risk and trade responsibly. Thank you again, and please leave your feedback below. I wish you a great weekend and a successful trading journey ahead. Thank you.